Good morning, I'm Shantae Sumter. It is a first alert weather day as we wake up to widespread damage this Wednesday morning. High winds last night toppled trees and power lines across western Washington. Some spots saw hurricane force winds. Camino Island and Enumclaw clocking in at 63 and 74 miles per hour. Right now, more than 600,000 people across the state are without power. Puget Sound Energy says they're expecting this to be a multiple-day outage. Our crews are spread out across Puget Sound this morning. We'll have live reports from Snohomish and King counties, as well as the foothills. We have team coverage for you this morning with Savannah Welch in Seattle and Drew Andre in Issaquah. But first, let's start with Rich Marriott, who has been tracking this system from the very beginning. And Rich, just as you called it, that high wind started late last night, and the damage is really unbelievable.
Yeah, it was widespread. We had those strong winds coming down the Cascade foothills, and then on top of that, we had very strong southeasterly winds through the Puget Sound area itself. So we were just saying, maximum recorded one that we have so far is wind. These are just the wind, maximum wind gusts, 74 miles per hour in Enumclaw. We had some concern that might, around the Enumclaw area, that we might see some 70-plus winds because of what's called a mountain lee wave. Sometimes those things that form lenticular clouds come down and touch the ground. This kind of indicates that might have happened after dark last night. Camino Island at 63 miles per hour, Federal Way 57 miles per hour, and out at the airport 55 miles per hour, and actually 40 to 50 mile per hour wind gusts were pretty common around the area last night. Since midnight, though, you can see things have definitely calmed down. Since midnight, these are the maximum wind gusts. You can see most of those are down into the 20s now, and they will continue to gradually diminish during the day today, which will definitely help out the power crews in terms of putting things back together. Take a look at the Doppler radar. You can see we still have some showers going on, and we're going to see those kind of wind down as we head towards later on today, but there'll still be a risk of seeing some showers this afternoon mixed in with some brief clearing. Slight chance of an isolated thunderstorm out towards the coast today, it looks like. And you can see it through the area itself, up and down Puget Sound. We just have the off and on showers. However, this was strong enough, it brought down the leaves that were left, and there was still some standing water on the roadways. I ran into at least one big puddle on the way in today that I thought I was boating for a few moments. Take a look at Tacoma right now. You see those winds have definitely fallen off there with very little going on in the flag. And as I said, we'll continue to see those winds gradually decrease. We do have that blizzard warning in effect. It's contracted, though. It's basically the passes eastward right now, and that's going to end at 10 a.m. this morning. And winter storm warning there for Bellingham and, for the east side of the Cascades, and winter weather advisory for there in Whatcom and Skagit counties, it looks like. If you are headed across the passes, we got anywhere from 4 to 8 inches of snow at the passes. And right now we do have pretty quiet conditions up there with just light snow coming down. And we'll take a look at the pass reports coming up in just a couple minutes.
And we are seeing that severe damage in King County, including in North Seattle, where a Metro bus was hit by a tree overnight. King 5 Savannah Welch is there now, and you can see that bus there behind you, Savannah. Just how widespread is the damage?
Yeah, Shantae, crews are actively working to remove this large tree that fell on this Metro bus. You can see just how big it was, where it uprooted here on the sidewalk, pulling up all of that cement, all that dirt, and then you can see where it landed and made impact on the bus. I mean, look at the amount of damage it did to the roof. That's a huge indent up there, and you could just see the sheer size of this tree. Let's get to that video from last night so you could see what it looked like when crews originally got here. So this is at 35th Avenue Northeast. We know the bus driver is okay, and there were no passengers on board when this happened. This entire area this morning, this is between Green Lake and Lake City, it's without power. So if you're driving, make sure to take it really slow. The roads are really slick. It's still pretty windy, so if you are heading out this morning, just take caution. Just be aware of where you're at, because conditions are not great this morning, and it is really dark, especially in those areas that are without power this morning. In Seattle, Savannah Welch, King 5 News.
Great advice there from Savannah, and just how you saw the downed trees there. That is something that a lot of people are experiencing this morning. So now let's head to the east, where hundreds of people do not have power. Overnight, we saw photos of trees going into homes. King 5's Drew Andre is out near Issaquah this morning looking for damage. And Drew, I'm sure it wasn't hard to find.
That's right, Shantae. Really all over the place, too. Right now, we're in the Kalani neighborhood here, and behind us, you can see this massive tree that toppled right from the backyard on top of the roof of this home here. And you can see just how tall that tree is. But there's actually 2 trees total that fell from, we can't tell if it's the backyard or beyond that. There's actually the Kalani Trail that is behind there too. And just all behind this row of homes here on 258 are these large, tall trees. You can see it's pretty dark out here too. We're shining our big light on it to give you a little bit of a sense, but this neighborhood is really dark. The power is out here, and as we're driving around really most of southeast King County, it's a similar story there, with a lot of power outages, driving over a lot of areas where some trees have come down, tons of branches in the street. And as we come back here towards the street level here on 258, I'm standing among some of the branches on the ground. Look, there's huge ones like this just really all over the street. And because it's so dark too, I was just walking over there and just tripped over a branch myself. So definitely, as you get going this morning, if you have an early start, you're gonna have to be very careful as you go around, and we're gonna keep checking out more of the damages. Again, it's still dark out, there's still a lot more to learn about the kind of damage that came through this area, and we'll keep you updated all morning. Shantae.
Thanks for that, Drew. And we have now learned that last night's storm has turned deadly. A woman was killed by a falling tree in a homeless encampment in Linwood. This happened off Alderwood Mall Parkway in 170th Street around 7. No one else was hurt. This morning, 2 people are in the hospital after a tree fell on a trailer in Maple Valley. This happened near 184th Street and 246th Avenue. Firefighters say it took an hour to get one person out of the trailer. So far this morning, no word on their conditions.